So where we at? We at Piedmont and Auburn. Fuck it, we at war. Let's talk about it. I'm talking to two young kings. One of them is a young buck. I got another one who's elder. And I just got finished going through the bullshit up the block about advocating for our folks. For my youngins, and we breaking it down. They're like, yo, why is it the way it is? Yeah, I'm from up top, but I've been rooted here for 30 years. I'm going to give you the blueprint. You ready? It was, so the King holiday, as it is, right? It was a holiday, but it became a day of service in 1993. So the first King holiday that was a day of service was January 17th, 1994. They had the holiday, it was a big joint, right? The next day, Dexter. Now, I'm going to give you the insert for him, so because I'm putting it out there, niggas don't understand. Mm-hmm. When your pop died, like how this king got the young king right here. He what, 4, 3, 2. He learning, because he's seeing us, how black men engage. He learning how to interact in the hood. He learning how we, as an African people, communicate.
Yeah, right.
If your pop died at 7, and your pop was a community workhorse putting it in, and all of a sudden, you become your pop a superstar, you get shipped off to them white folk, you never hang out with us in the hood. You never learn about us in the hood. You don't know how we move inside the hood. You don't understand us. You feel me? It's not your fault though. So if your pop was from the hood, for everything, put the work in, and the work he put in, he ain't got no money. He said in his joint, I ain't gonna have no money to leave behind. He ain't got no money to leave behind. But now, in your mind, you see your mama, who Coretta Scott King, fighting for the work of your father. And you see all these folk who got a bag, and your fought for everybody, but you don't got no bag. Like, ain't no bag for what I'm doing with you, you feel me? So in his mind, I'm gonna make sure my family cool. So you gonna, look, my pop put all his work in, ain't no bag. I'm gonna get the bag for my folk. So you can't get mad at Dexter for what he did. Because on January 18th, all right, the holiday cool, everybody done. I don't know all this shit that go on behind the scenes because I'm not here when y'all doing this shit behind the scenes.
That's right.
I'm superstar status. You're they only bringing me in because the family coming in, but my pop got assassinated. You might try and take me out, they scoot me out. So Yoki, the oldest, she was in the hood. You feel me? She was the student government president at Grady. He cool, let him do that because he participated. We got a young boy holding the camera, y'all. But this is what we doing. This is God moving right now. All right? So that we gonna work it out like this. You seeing it intergenerationally. This is what the Heritage Sanctuary represented. This is what Joseph Lawrence Roberts, what Senator Leroy Johnson, what friggin' William Herbert Gray III did. They took the time with us so we would understand. You feel me? So he killed the holiday. Try to get it back. I don't know what y'all niggas doing. The money coming for this. Come on. Now I'm gonna put it simple so you can get the points of it, right? If you put the word here, because it's God's word, ain't nobody talk to God and be like, yo, he a baritone, he a alto. You just think you know. But you don't know, no. You heard me? So if we put the word in the air, we still cover on the camera, cool?
Yep.
We put the word in the air right here, right? It can be interpreted a bunch of different ways. It can be interpreted from the top down, and it's going to be impressive because you on top. It can be interpreted from the bottom up, and it's going to be liberating because you on the bottom. So they from the bottom, but when they pop get murked, all of a sudden they on top. You feel me? You can hit the blunt in the joint, it's cool. That's what we do. Hit the blunt before you hit that other shit that got you going bananas. Google the Great Spirit. Why? Because that's not the Holy Spirit, that's the Native American joint. You'll get it. You understand where I'm going? So now when he killed it, because he getting the bag, why he doing it? Because we don't got the bag down here. You feel me? The rich motherfuckers got the bag. So they got the bag trying to control it. We out here looking at the word, trying to, hold on. We need the content. We need the word trying to get it right. You feel me? So when they get it from the top down, it become impressive. When we look at MLK, we look at all the goats, right? They using it trying to go from the bottom up. When we talking right now, we interpreting the shit that took place generations before from the bottom up. So you can practically understand this is what the black man before me did. They was coming against me, but when I look at you, you my little brother. When I look at you, you still my little brother. I can't look at you like another nigga. Because if I look at you like a nigga, I'll blow your head off. But if I look at you like my brother, I ain't even on the table. we from the bottom up. So we gonna come together and make sure we cool, cause this our hood. And so you can't get mad cause they don't know this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. They on some other shit. So they picked it, but you gotta realize it was two of them. It's Ebenezer and it's Bright Hope. His pop, Daddy King, did some shit in 1934 that changed the game, just like it is right now. 1934, them niggas go to Berlin, Germany. You know how niggas talking about the Hitler shit? Yeah. Hitler came into power in 1933. So Daddy King, Martin Luther King Jr., Pop, William Gray Jr., and a nigga named Whitfield Noddy trying to copy the slave life. You gonna get it. If we go to another country with a language we don't speak, we need an interpreter, don't we? Yeah. And you can't trust every interpreter because some niggas got an agenda, don't they? Yeah, right. These niggas gonna be smiling in your face talking about yeah, papa. And you like, yo, what'd he say? He said, come around the corner to the party. You like, oh, I'm going to the party. You go around the corner, niggas will knock you upside your head and rob you. That's the party. You feel me? When you get it, we still on it? She making sure. Thank you, young king. We got a young king doing the camera. So if I'm sideways, deal with it. All right? Check the audio, you know it's real. So Pete, where we at, right? So the Bible, when you go to Ebenezer, not the heritage, but the horizon sanctuary. We got to build that. That's the happening. So what Joe Roberts did, you see this Ethiopian cross on the top of the bell tower. We ringing the bell right now. Why is the Ethiopian cross up there? And, hold on, is the camera still? We got it. Hold on. It's all right. Listen. And so that's what it is. He learning. He participating. What's up, young king? Give me a pound. You shake my hand? No, you know it. It's what it is. So people, right? So the Bible reading Hebrew, Greek, and Armenian, they got to be translated into English. So they come up with the King James version. That's the European version, the white folk version. But we don't really read. We don't read their book. They don't want to give us nothing that's going to cause an uprising. But you got us in a subservient, a lower position. We in the bottom, grinding. So you don't want to give us the book that say we all equal under God. So you got these folk called the abolitionists. They ain't look like us. They got another version of scripture where all this shit that Martin Luther King gave us, a bunch of Moses shit, they cut all that out. Gave us a whole bunch of slaves obey your masters. And the OGs got it. They was like, no, we really interpreted it. So what the colonizer did was, we never gonna get them. They too engaged. You know what we're gonna have to do? You're gonna laugh. On the plantation, they had something called buck breaking. They would take, because you're African king, you see how we see me look each other in the eyes? It's just how we talk, bro. 80% of your conversation non-verbal. You gotta look around with us and be talking. You know how you be talking to a motherfucker and they always doing this? They're always doing this? They've been broken. When Malcolm X talked about the house nigga and the field nigga, he talked about the house nigga grew up in the house with the slave master. Typically in a plantation or in the basement, right? So they wasn't kicking it in the field. They wasn't at the ball game. They wasn't on the block. They went like Dexter. He don't understand this. Dexter ain't like that. Yeah, you don't talk about niggas when he going, you hear me? So you get it, right? So what they did, the buck breaking Jones, they wouldn't rape them like me. They'd hang you up and stick a broomstick up your ass or some shit like that to emasculate you. You remember when they put the nigga Jesus on the cross, there was two more niggas there. Because what they would do was, hanging you wasn't for you. When you was up there for a little while, your shit went numb, right? But watch this. If I'm doing what I'm doing now, breaking this shit down for you like this, right? And you see them put me on this motherfucking flagpole, you ain't gonna ride for the young niggas in the hood, is you?
Hell no.
So they know they not gonna penetrate us because we gonna have rock. We gonna have with me. We gonna have a generation that was a young buck that grew the fuck up. So you know what they gonna do? Them buck breaking niggas that was in there, they on some homo shit. Now we look, because what we talking about right now, we talking about believing soldiers. You gotta be a soldier out here. You gotta be a warrior out here. And the weapons of your warfare not carnal. It's not busting a gun. It's using knowledge as a weapon. It's understanding you coming against you. But your shit is weak. You done tried this shit over and over. All I gotta know is that you coming and play the game. Or you trying to get me to be aggressive. No, bro, I'm a king. I'm not a young nigga. I'm a young king. It's a story called The Prodigal Son. He was a king. He went to his pop early. Typically, you gotta die to get your pop inheritance. So when he go to his pop, it's somewhat disrespectful. Hey, pop, I love you and all that. I ain't even waiting for you to die. Go ahead, let me get the bag now. Here, take that. So he go off. You know a nigga get some money. He ain't never had no money. He blowing the bag. The bag going. He done talk heavy to everybody. Now his money fucked up. He can't tell nobody his money fucked up because he done fronted on everybody. We done seen that before, right? Then in the middle with some low life shit. Where now you ready to rob nigga. You better than that. You know you got bigger than that. But you not, it's not a lack of morality, it's survival. I gotta do what I gotta do. You ain't really gotta do that shit. You think you gotta do that shit. So if you think you gotta do that shit, you doing a whole bunch of shit. Prodigal son said he did what you did. He came to himself. The fuck am I doing? This shit beneath me. Even if, even the servants in my father's house ain't gotta do this. He ain't just feeding the pigs. That nigga eating the pig slop. Fuck out of here. Even though the nigga ain't gonna let me ride in the crib, he gonna give me a job, though. I came out his nuts, you understand me? Hey, Pop, what's up? Now, peep the game. Nowhere in history do you ever see kings run. It's a whole book in the Bible by the nigga named Nehemiah. He cupbearer to the king. Cupbearer to the king mean, yo, the niggas jacked me because I'm the boss. I just got that war. I just got this shit from Kenley's right here. This came from Kenley's. I could have seen where Shorty got it for me, right? I don't trust that shit. Taste that shit for me. Make sure a nigga don't put nothing in there for me. No, but you a slave to the king, but your job is to taste my food. Your job is to taste my water. Your job is to make sure them niggas ain't trying to slip me a Mickey. Hey, drink that. I'm watching you and shit, nigga ain't dry. Now, even though you ain't dry, you still got an ill position because you fuck with the king. My life in here, this shit tastes good. Let me get mine too. Matter of fact, give me your plate. Bring me the plate for him. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. So one day he found out the hood fucked up and get to him. He like, yo, now look, but he cupbearer to the king. The king got somebody to taste his Kool-Aid, right? So nowhere in history do you ever hear about kings running. Nowhere, ever. Peep the part in the story. It says that when he comes to himself and he starts to come back, the king starts running towards him. They'll never explain this. That means that in this moment, for you, especially you, for you, it clicked, didn't it? When it clicked, you come to yourself. You like, yo, the father break rules for me, nigga. They be like, yo, God move like this. Probably when you was my age, nigga. But his ways above our ways and his thoughts above our thoughts. Hey, yo, you probably getting spiritually complacent. You coming blasphemous. Who the fuck you think you is to say God move in a certain way? When God move, he gonna show up and show the fuck out in such a way where everybody be like, that was God. You get the point. That's what he doing right now. So what's reflective of that? He breaking rules for you. Them homo niggas up in there, they talking about, oh, you gotta be a quiet boy. You looking for God. Y'all talking about, I want mentorship. But you looking at them soft ass niggas, Raphael Camillio War, knock you sucker. You looking at them soft ass niggas behind the desk of the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church, a young family out here at the fucking park. How dare you, bitch? I'm calling you out because you a senator. And the hood worse since you went in office. But who are you, Gamaliel? Let's Google you. In the Bible, Gamaliel was a senator. Act like he was for some folk. But you really against us. Come to itself and the father break rules. Because what is Ebenezer if we not here? What is our community if I can walk to the block? Who is your youth minister when this is what we do? You know, it's not just a church. The entire movement, the Atlanta student movement, was birthed out of the EYO. That's the Ebenezer Youth Organization. That was Reverend Dr. Albert Paul Brinson that you gave that certificate to. That's Daddy King's youth minister. The one licensed and ordained by Daddy King. Who Daddy King said, Brinson, you gonna still be here. He's still here. We still watching the show. God's still moving. The African cross up there and watch it. When you look at, that's why God got it set up like this. So the niggas on the earth, we realize it's really God. We can walk up the street and look at two sides. We can look at the old age used to run. But they didn't get to build the building. The white folk, they got to build the building. The white folk let them build. So we got the stained glass windows. So we can't look out and they can't look in. With the fake ass Jesus up there, giving us your bullshit. But then when we get free and we get to build some shit, then when you go up, you notice something. Remember when you was young, buddy, play free tag? Catch a girl, get a girl. Remember home base? When you look across the street, oh, this is one the white folk on this build. This one we got to build on our own. This one ain't got no stained glass windows. It got clear glass. So we can look into what them niggas doing. They can see us the fuck outside. We ain't playing, nigga. It looked like an African hut. Why? Because an African hut is what? Home base. The little black boys and little black girls. You know the one place we can't get in the summer when it's hot? In the church. In our church. And the one that's the cornerstone of our community. But we don't know you, nigga. Raphael, give me a little one. I got a problem with me. Because I know it's record. You know when you in the hood, you done grew up. We know us. You gotta go through some shit. And y'all know that I done came through some shit. Now y'all respect what I'm giving you. But if you've been a bitch nigga your whole life, you can't relate to us. You've been raised for this shit. That nigga was at Ebenezer Baptist Church. I got licensed by Reverend Dr. Leon Sullivan, the one that created Select Patronage and gave it to Martin Luther King Jr. That is Operation Breadbasket. But way before I was born, he was in Ebenezer. And it was Amazing Grace Bank Sullivan who said, leave that because you're getting away from God. The same place War Not started. Remember that? Then he went to Baltimore. But when he was there as a youth minister, the niggas in the hood in New York ain't fuck with him. So his old head had to make him the adult boy because the youth was like, man, you better beat this bitch ass nigga up. That's your got an excuse. This nigga don't. You heard me? Then he go to Baltimore, they got a job. Little black boy come in the hood, get raped, taking advantage of at a job. Then he come down here where it's all black boys, but it's black boys like us from generations, from Daddy King, from Joe Roberts all the way down. Now you know what they ain't seen. But the first 10 years, the old folks had to leave, right? Now you know what ain't nobody seen? They ain't seen this in Ebenezer in 15 years. Joseph Lawrence Roberts died 10 years ago. You ain't seen this in Ebenezer. But all the old members know this is what Ebenezer is. Why the fuck I gotta talk to a community family? Why I gotta put all the work in that we put in over here and your bitch ass got the millions of dollars of budgets? But my young family outside hurting. Why the fuck I gotta blast you out here, but you got that big building? That old hymn, my God is a mighty fortress, fuck nigga done turned literal. Why you ain't opening the doors? Fuck being a pastor. What's up, Senator? Hey, Senator. I know you talking about Ebenezer everywhere. I know you got your outreach guy who came from some political shit. But my folk dying the fuck out here. I got young families suffering the fuck out here. And you playing online with all these white people and all this other shit, talking about Ebenezer everywhere, but I'm out here with a young family. And because I'm raised in our covenant, I can't walk by this shit. But you can. Hey, listen, man. I love y'all so much. This shit went extra. But listen, man, tap into the Yokies, the young organization of kings, internationally serving. Warnock is mad because I ain't want that ordination shit in 2011. So you know what we did? We took the biggest dope corner in Philly and turned it into the sanctuary. And we do this. So I ain't got no big building. I ain't got no big budget. I ain't got none shit. But God got me tuned into doing this. Why don't you tap in and help? Now I'm going to go in and end the video so I talk to this cool family and plug them in some shit to get straight. And this young king can be cool, man. Hey, Warnock, I would tell you to get off my, but I don't want to disrespect the lady and the young buck, plus you might get excited. Buck broken bitch.